Saints. Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. First down carry for Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Tannehill. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
This shit cheating already. Roll him to the front. That's bullshit.
Gain of 12.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
To the air again, Tannehill. His throw incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Now Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Deontay Hardy back deep. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, if you have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football, the concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter... what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Saints had 8 and 5 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Winston now. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Winston. And that ball incomplete. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And Woods has it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on to everyone else to help him out.
And he'll just get rid of it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Play action. Winston. Pass caught by Olave. What a grab. And he'll go down, but now before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 20-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On third down. Here's Kamara. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And the Titans getting set to go. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel. We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Now a dump off here complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field. I'm like, okay, you can stand up when the going gets tired here. Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Tannehill now to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Uses the stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Back around the 28. Dante Fowler has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw the first one of this game.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Haskins now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Second down, and they go back to Haskins.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's a run from Haskins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now it's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Titans have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A give to Kamara running right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness. Did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Time is called.
The Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they have everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Play fake. Winston. He'll buy some time right.
He completes it to Olave.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
A partner that locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field. And that's very difficult for a defender to shout him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, Winston.
That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Saints in a hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Jameis now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
Come on, man.
And the Titans will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their 2nd pick on 2 drives.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
after the interception. Here's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
Still going. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Tannehill. It's complete. He dials up.
Why did it take the 20? Fuck!
Now a signal in the timeout call.
I'm gonna do that shit.
As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Tannehill throwing again.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Santos' kick is up and through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead in the intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up on what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Tim Patrick, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that's all time. And our game has been Ryan Tannehill, who's had the hot hand in the first half. His guys lead it by 10. We send it back out to Brandon Godwin and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
We should be on our way home.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
Look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. They'll roll him out right. That is pulled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in this. And the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The New Orleans offense. And ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
And this will wind up as Saints first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Got an open man. It's Olave. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 40 yards. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Off play action, Tannehill. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working a little too slowly in the third quarter. But that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Thurman. Tries the left side and finds Olave. Chris Olave with his 2nd TD of the game. He's 6th on the year. And the Saints take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 29, Tannehill. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Inside give to Davis. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tannehill. It'll be a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Alontae Taylor, and his crew will take over the football at the 35-yard line. The focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns.
touchdowns, every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Olave holds it in. Let's go to completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Price. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, Thurman. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Yeah, baby. All right, okay.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
How was your evening with Mr. Charles? Really?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He was acting that bad? He was acting that bad?
Seemed like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good
I didn't know
instincts
he put some stuff in there.
because that's the thing you worry about coming out of college. You're used to getting away with just what they think you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure
tell me that? Huh? She did? I know you told me, so I didn't know what you wanted to play.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off.
Yeah, so that gray bag is in the bottom. Yeah, don't put your stuff in there. I mean, I have the little gray bag would have the toothbrush and stuff in it. So, yeah, I'll put your stuff in here. Yeah, I told him to pack his stuff up.
And doesn't that just sum up football?
Nah, I don't know if he packed his toothbrush. You see it up there?
Making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now a deep ball here, holding just past the 50.
Mine?
Take it down, but not before they work it across.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The first down carry for Davis. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 39. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. That's into the hands of Pascal. Down inside the 10. And it's a Titans touchdown. Zach Pascal, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short,
He's coming
they
to
had to
the
put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the results in the end, a Titans touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Thurman. And he fires
How did he miss that? Fuck.
The intended receiver, but now it's third down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On third down, Thurman. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him get one up here during his rookie season. And in this case,
they gonna be wet. They was letting the washer. I just put them in the dryer. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, I love that. Cool. I guess I'll get the clothes. You think they're gonna mildew? I just took this. No, those was in the dryer. I just took the clothes out the washer. Put them in the dryer. I take them out the dryer. I'm even waiting. They're gonna mildew. Or should I just lay them all across and stuff up? You gonna get them? Yeah. I'm gonna get them. Yeah. Where do I? Where do I? Huh? Are you scared of him?
Huh?
Are you scared of him?
Yeah.
Zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Up the middle to Davis. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Did you put the toothbrush and toothpaste in there? Are you gonna brush your teeth on the toothbrush?
And stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now we got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
7?
Yeah.
All right.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Back to throw, Tannehill. And finding the tight end hole.
Oh!
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Damn it!
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one.
Oh, you want to be alive?
They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen with Davis. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Okay. He just drank that. I just filled it up. He didn't knock it out my hand when I brought it in there.
He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Tannehill now on the option left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, for them being an option play,
I'll pull my car.
options available for them.
So I'm going to pull my car a little bit further. My car, so I'm going to pull it up a little further.
They really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
They'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm going to close them off to the living room.
Time now, because a field goal keeps it
Close them off to the living room.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the
Oh, got a nail biter.
I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now. They feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other
Yeah, so coming to Charles and Georgia Red Beans.
Saints get set to trot out there. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And some room to work. There he goes left side. Past the 20. Touchdown.
Ooh, we got a game going on over here.
And the Saints strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll drop the throw.
Getting this ball out wide for Davis.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And you see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Tannehill. And Pascal's got it.
Come on,
Getting
yo.
just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He has
has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Handoff, running left is Davis. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no comeback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Oh, Matt Torrance. That was big, Torrance.
Situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Got it. Got it.
Peyton Turner in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there.
We better run this clock now.
But NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, Hardy. 13 yards.
All right, guys.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Up past the 30.
Where's the clock?
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And he's got some space.
Oh, he's gone again. He's gone. He's gone again. He's gone again. He's gone again. Ball game, baby.
That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. They were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing down. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some, and don't. For a touchdown, dripping play.
That'll ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
For what?
For the touchdown, Lutz to kick
Come
off.
to football thing. Look up under that dresser in the back is some shades. I'm reaching. Grab some.
Tannehill and the Titans down by 8.
Up under that. Under the dresser. Come in. That's big mine. You hold on. Some light you can see it?
No, I think. I thought you were doing some shades.
There they are. There they are.
What?
They're in the back there. So what the back?
Following a good pick
No back. Oh, cool.
I'm gonna grab no worry. Look to what back on the other side. Right there. You might can't see him. Look in the back of the dresser. They're back there. I'm gonna pull the dresser out. See him now? Can you grab him?
He's on the way since I got him.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Kamara. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's not like Andrew because it's shaky.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Well, you want him to rub you, punk.
Back to throw. Thurman. Open man is Michael Thomas.
Ooh, what a touchdown.
10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 60 yards. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. An old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out.
Leave people alone. No, you leave people alone. Be good. Behave yourself. Don't tear the place up, yeah?
After the touchdown,
all right.
To kick it off.
Let me take the call off.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing Tannehill. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert it, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Out. Let it go. No. Let it go. Don't be playing with your retarded self. Cause see you.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take
Give it up.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout.
Stop.
As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
You broke it off, huh?
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this was a victory here
Hello?
for New Orleans, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink of the
Hello?
headlines tomorrow for good reason. They forced
Hey, what's going on, Todd?
Watching this game unfold,
Oh, no. Just actually about to get ready to leave the house now.
just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together,
Yeah.
everyone was doing ball drills.
Yeah, too long. Came home from work, so we get ready. Walk out the door here in about less than 5
To
minutes.
take the football away. And they wanted
Yeah.
every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys.
She do, but she got another part-time job. You gotta try to get ahead, man. Yeah. I'm getting ready to go back on the overtime list at work. So I'm getting ready to go back on the overtime list at work. No, I said I'm gonna get back on the overtime list at work.